Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to the Monday night stream. It's still Monday for another 6.5 minutes over here. Cutting it close, but how's everyone doing tonight? Always awkward when I'm talking to myself when I first start these. We are live. I hope everyone can hear me. It's really hot in here. Public. Okay. All right. Yeah. How's it going, guys? We'll do a little Q&A here. And hopefully the stream is good because it's in an orange. Usually green is the good one. But yeah, well, hopefully it's good on your guys' end. Hi, Molly. Hi, Bridget. How are you guys doing tonight? I know it's kind of late. At least over here on the... Well, it's real late over there for you, Rebalancer. Are you on... Are you in Norath right now? I don't think most people will know what I'm talking about. Well, over here at the Vegan Zombie House, I filmed the video last night, and I've been editing it all day. I just finished it, so I'm going to post it tomorrow. So that's why I didn't have a video today. It's going to be tomorrow. It is 11:55 at night where I am right now. Family History Land tonight. No gaming today. Oh, I was gonna game after this, but maybe I'll watch a movie or something. Go for a walk. Yeah, I got a new video. I'm excited about it. Put a lot of work into it, and I hope you guys will like it. That's all I can really say. It'll be live tomorrow. Made a thumbnail. I think I like the thumbnail. I might change it. But other than that, yeah. And I got a lot more videos that I have planned. Obviously, you always got to be thinking of videos when you're making videos, video content for a living. It's not a big deal to me to game or not. If you got to do stuff, then that's fine. We can do another time. I need to upload though on my gaming channel. I'm finally caught up on my videos, so I've been, as you know, I've been uploading the videos a little bit after they were filmed, but I'm finally caught up. I scheduled most of them to go up, so every single day there would be a video being uploaded. Hi, Cynthia. How's it going? How's everybody been? Been. I talked to Craig yesterday. Craig. Give me a phone call. We talked about a few things. Maybe he found a way to keep the camera going without changing the batteries if I get a certain cord. So he's gonna test that out right now. Got used to a regular upload. What will we do now? Regular upload. I'm still uploading 2 videos a week, but I kind of changed it from like Monday, Thursday. I'm gonna try Tuesday, Friday. See if different days work better since I never really tried them out. And before that, I was just uploading as many videos as I could every week. No set day, just random days. But that did cross my mind again. Like instead of doing just 2 videos a week, which I've done for the past year, maybe going back to the old ways and doing videos whenever I get them done. And that doesn't mean that there's going to be no videos a week. That means there's probably going to be 3 or 4 a week instead of 2. So I don't know. But not having a set schedule makes it easier for me. It definitely makes it easier for me because I can just put out videos when I finish them rather than being like, oh no, it's Monday. I got to get a video out today. You know, something like that. The vegan homeschooler. You love the channels. You've tried a lot of products from my videos. Oh, cool. Thank you. That's good to know. What kind of videos do you like? My product review videos or like cooking videos? Oh, good morning, Cryptic. How's it going over there in Germany? Hi, Holly. Oh, okay, you're talking about the vegan zombie streamer. Yeah. I gotta come up with a better name for that. I had one the other day. I don't know if it's stupid or not, but I was looking at the signs as I was driving through my city here. And I'm like, this might sound stupid, but like I live in Syracuse, so I was thinking like Chrysicus. There's a lot of things that are, named after, Syracuse and stuff like that. Syracuse. That kind of sounds like, no, Syra, Syra Chris. Syracuse. Or Zombie Cuse. I don't know. You like the vlogs? I like doing the vlogs. Sometimes. It's late, so it's early, but possible for cryptic bananas. My cafeteria, you're welcome. Oh, is that your whole name? The vegan homeschooler, my cafeteria. I like that. You're welcome from the vegan expos, the products you've tried. I just bought some Tofu the other day. Where did you find that? They sent it. They gave me a couple packets when I was at the expo. Well, I tried it at the expo, but then they sent me some. But I've never seen it in stores. Oh, the vegan tuna. Yeah, from Good Catch. So I would recommend I like the Mediterranean herb. Yeah, you mix that up with some veganese, some seasoning. You got some good tuna there. I never liked tuna back in the day, but it's pretty good. It's been a very long time since I actually had tuna. Back on the treadmill. John Venus now has backyard eggs. Well, he didn't take long, did he? He probably had all this planned out, what he was going to do. He just needed to make the video to let people know, hey, everybody, I'm a hypocrite. I want you guys to know that. But don't hate me because I still want all your views. Do I still live with Rach? Yeah, she's working right now. The hospital. You bought your Tofu at Wegmans. Which Wegmans? I haven't. Is it new? Is it? Did you do that recently? Because I haven't seen it at Wegmans, and that's where I shop. Stacy's heading to bed with the moon, the big moon. Good night, moon. Have a good night, Stacy. So Tofu is a soy-free tofu hummus hero. So it's made out of pumpkin seeds. And that's really the only ingredients, pumpkin seeds and water. And it tastes surprisingly like tofu. It takes on a good taste. I did a video and I basically just made my signature tofu with it, and it was good. So people who are maybe allergic to tofu, maybe allergic to soy, you can have tofu. what are my thoughts on lab grown meat? Would I ever try it? So lab grown meat, you're talking about actual meat, actual animal meat that was grown in a lab, right? So that would definitely cut down on the cruelty out there, and I think it would come in really good for pet food. So you have pet food that's grown in a lab. Now, yes, specifically cats who are obligate carnivores, and then anybody else who just can't deal without their meat. No, I would not eat it because I wouldn't consider it to be vegan. And I kind of was having this conversation earlier today, not with the lab grown meat, but some arguments that I've heard and stuff. But no, I take veganism one step further. If it's grown, if it doesn't have a cell wall, if it's just an animal, if it's an animal cell, no, I don't consider it to be vegan. So, and I've never considered, so I would not consider that to be a vegan thing, but that would definitely cut down, like I said, on a ton of cruelty. If you could grow the meat and these animals don't need to be suffering in a factory farm, then that's a plus in my book. And again, pet food it would be where that would come in really, really good. Usually they make videos after they've fallen off the wagon. This has probably been going on for a while. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody kind of knows that. It's with John, since he came out and said he ate eggs last year. I mean, that was, the number one. He's not vegan. And he's probably been not vegan since then, or not eating. I mean, maybe he still ate a lot of plant-based stuff, but and that's why I don't like. It's weird because that's why I don't like when somebody says I'm plant-based, because what does that even mean? Does that mean you're eating all vegan food, or does that mean you're eating mostly plant-based, but every once in a while you're throwing some things in there and you're not strict on it? So that's why I like to just say vegan. And I know vegan's not a diet, but if I am vegan myself, then everything I'm doing is vegan. So my meals are vegan meals. My diet is a vegan diet. My lifestyle is a vegan lifestyle. But there are people with plant-based, and I've heard this recently. Somebody said plant-based, but something about what they were eating wasn't completely vegan. So that's, if somebody says something plant-based now, is it vegan? Is there any animal products in it? Because I have heard of things, which is weird. That's why I don't like it. You go to the Wegmans in Maryland. Okay. I used to live in Arlington, and when I was leaving, they were just building one. I think that they had one in Fairfax, but now they have a couple of them because my sister lives down there in that area, and she goes to a Wegmans too. But she has a Whole Foods right down the street from her. What do we got? Catching up. Hi, Linda. You don't have to apologize for being late. Just don't let it happen again. I'm just kidding. What's up, Wahida? Exactly, Vegan Police. Vegan Police says, why eat eggs? Especially when there's delicious tofu scramble available. And eggs are gross. Yeah, I don't think a lot. I mean, I can only speak for myself, but I've never followed John Venus either. In fact, I've only seen a couple of his videos ever. And then one of my friends let me know that he was not vegan anymore, so I looked into it. Yeah, he made a video where he's now hunting animals. He went from vegan to no longer vegan and eating animal products to now I'm a hunter who's going to hunt animals and fish and all that stuff. And now he's got backyard chickens for eggs. Hi TLS. People are concerned about another lockdown. Your first time hearing about John Venus was about him being a lion dingus. I've never felt the need to care about him since. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. There's a lot of people criticizing him right now for, rightfully so. I did a couple videos. I guess he did another one after that, and then he took it down, and then he put it back up, and then he took it back down. And he's trying to justify what he's talking about. And his brother is a medical doctor. His brother's a vegan medical doctor, and his brother basically discredits him as well. So, John is trying to find his way. Unfortunately, I think his way is just led by whatever he can make the most money with. So it was never about veganism. It was never about the animals for him. A couple of his videos got recommended to me when he first started out, when he had like literally no views, and I watched like a couple of his videos just because they were in the recommended thing. I don't even think I finished them. And then I saw another video, maybe, I don't know, 6 or 8 months ago, and it was an interview with Mike the Vegan, and right off the bat he comes off as just really arrogant. And then I never saw another video again until he decided that he wasn't vegan anymore. Yeah, I watched Hench Herbivore, talk about him too. And they actually met. They actually met in person and stuff, but I don't blame you. You can't take that stuff. Like it's just moronic. Yeah, his brother is in a funny position because like it is his family, it is his brother, but at the same time like he doesn't back up anything that he says. He doesn't want to talk bad about him, and I get that, it's his brother. But John was talking about like not everybody can be a vegan, everybody's different. And then John's brother is like, no, everybody can be a vegan. Science, man. That's a thing. It's real. Yo. The wing special at the Hill. No. I haven't been there since Big Josh Vegan. If that's what you're talking about. Up at the Strong Hearts. What are their wings this month? Are they doing the vampire ones? I'm gonna be. I talked to Joel, the owner, the co-owner, a few days ago, and he's gonna have me in there to, I don't know, do some kind of sneak peek at the new location before it's open. So that should be cool. I agree. I don't see how somebody can just stop being vegan. Either you said without side effects, and you got sick. It's likely he was never vegan in the first place. He was doing it because he was just rehashing things other people were saying, is what I noticed. In his earlier videos, he was saying exactly what other what you would see in a vegan commercial or whatever. Off to work. Where are you? Are you in Norath too, Cryptic? Aren't you? Are you off to what kind of work do you do? Do you just clarity? Give out clarity to everyone? Have a good night at work, or a good day. Yes, day. It is day for you right now, isn't it? What is it, 5, 6 in the morning over there? Spicy maple Dijon. That's weird because I just made a spicy maple Dijon the 2 nights ago. Funny. Yeah, their kitchen will be bigger. They'll be able to make more food, different food. Part of the reason why they stopped doing the pizza nights is because they didn't really have the space to do the pizzas. Every Friday night they would do pizza night, and I think after 6 o'clock, they wouldn't sell anything else on their menu except for their pizzas. And this was every Friday since they opened. But they don't really have a lot of room for the pizzas, so it would take a long time to make the pizzas. They just didn't have the right ovens and stuff. Yeah, I think the pizzas will probably come back. And they'll have a bigger dining area and stuff. I talked a little bit about this in I think my last live stream, but they're walk-in coolers and stuff. They were down in the basement of that building. So if they needed ice cream or whatever, for their milkshakes or whatever they needed, they had to go all the way down the hallway, down through a big corridor, down another corridor into the basement just to get anything in their walk-in cooler. But it should be cool. I don't know exactly where it is, but I hear it's only a block away from the other one. I don't know what else. If you guys missed it, I filmed the new video last night, and I've been editing it all day today. So I just pretty much finished it. I still got to upload it and finalize the thumbnail, and then I'll post it tomorrow. Yeah, they had such a small kitchen for that too. If you guys want to see how small it is, I have a few videos that I did back there with them. Probably the most notable one is the egg trick muffin. Have I practiced knife skills a lot for when I cook? I mean, yeah, I'm always dicing and yeah, I've been cooking, so yeah, knife skills. I kind of did a little bit in the video that I have for you guys tomorrow. I've got a nice knife too. I just sharpened it too 2 days ago. You're glad I uploaded the vid on the Syracuse murders. Yeah, so if you guys saw that go up and you had no idea why that was up and it just didn't seem right for my channel, then you probably missed my live stream so this was Missing Rewards. It's kind of like Unsolved Mysteries, and it happened here in Syracuse, New York, a double homicide. It's a cold case, and it's still unsolved to this day. This happened in 1991. And when they reenacted it for the TV show, my dad and his friend were the actors in it. They played the murderers. And our family van, when I was growing up, is also in the reenactment. So that's why I uploaded that video. And also, if anybody here in Syracuse is still looking for that, I mean, that's almost 30 years ago. So I've never heard of that TV show other than that. So I don't think I'm going to get any copyright strikes or anything like that. Where's your favorite vegan place in New Jersey? Or that's the name of it, alternative plate. Because I never heard of that. Where in New Jersey is that located? Yeah, I think a lot of people stop social distancing. Everything seems to be okay where they live, so they stop social distancing. Well, not to mention with all, as soon as all the protests went out, everybody stopped social distancing right there. Oh, you didn't open it because it spooked you? I've been to Loving Hut once, the one in Worcester, Massachusetts. Did I tell you guys about that one? That was like kind of a funny experience. I think I did. Lake Como. So it's just like what kind of food? I mean, all vegan, right? But like a diner or something? Oh, I got a lot of stuff to do. I wish I had more time. I got a bunch of videos I want to make, and also I still have all those videos I got to go through on my VCR, speaking of the one I just uploaded. Pizza sandwiches and stuff, cool. Yeah, someday I will open up a vegan pizza shop, and it will have pizza and wings and subs and everything you would find at a pizza shop, all vegan. That's what I've wanted to do since I was about 18. So all of my vegan life. I will someday. We'll make our own meats and cheeses and dough and all that stuff, all the good stuff. Um, no, I never really watched Shane. I've seen a few of Shane Dawson's videos, new viewer, but I wasn't like an average. I don't know too much about him. I remember Craig wanted me to watch one of the conspiracy ones he did last year. So I know who he is, and I've seen a couple of his videos, but I wasn't like a normal watcher of his videos. But yeah, actually, Linda told me that he just posted some apology video or something over his older videos. I didn't see it. Should I see it? Will my food place serve alcohol or coffee? No, I don't believe so. I don't think there'd be coffee at a pizza shop. We'll have water. We'll have water, juice, and smoothies, I think. Yeah, that would be good, right? And maybe we'll get some kind of like local brewed root beer or something. No, I only watch the conspiracy videos with Craig, the Chuck E. Cheese one and stuff. So Craig wanted to do a video of us reacting to that. So yeah, I went over there and we watched it together and talked about what we thought, or I don't remember. It was one of our live streams early last year, or whenever it came out. Don't waste my brain cell. I won't. Okay. It's lame. It's probably long too, isn't it? I know he gets a little bit more views than I get. So, yeah, he puts out some pretty big videos, I heard. Bubble tea. Yeah, there's a bubble tea place down here. I used to get bubble tea all the time. I don't know if I would do... I wouldn't do bubble tea at my shop, though. That's for... There's another place around here that does that. If there's going to be apple pie, maybe we'll do some like apple pie from locally sourced apples. I don't know. All the while, I'll be eating Whole Foods plant-based while I'm making all this stuff. No, I gotta have like some kind of like really healthy pizza, because most pizza is like comfort food. So I'm not starting a restaurant right now, but that's always been in the back of my mind. It's always been something I wanted to do. It's one of my long-term goals. I've always said to John that I would open up a restaurant if there was ever a point where I wasn't able to do YouTube anymore, then I would probably fall back on opening a restaurant. But there's certain things that go along with opening a restaurant that I'm not ready for, such as I'm stuck here. Like if I open up or wherever I open it, which I want to start one here. But then like you got to stay there. You can't just expect to have somebody else run it for you while you're not there. And I'm like a free bird. I like to travel and do whatever. So not right yet. Sorry, guys. The president of YouTube pushes him to do a video. Wait, so the president of YouTube made Shane Dawson do the video? Kombucha? I have had cauliflower crust for pizza. I'm famous. I could cater events. I don't know. She went to his house? No, I didn't see the fights last night. I mean, I saw all the recaps of the fights. But I didn't see it. I saw Dan Hooker's face afterwards. Crazy. Did you hear about the curse of Paul Felder? Everybody that beat Felder, the next opponent they went on to, they all lost. It was like they're calling it a curse, including Hooker. My moderators seem to be censoring innocent stuff. Moderators don't censor innocent stuff. Only really bad, inappropriate things. But I'm not sure what you're saying here. You asked if I sang casually, but wasn't mainly what I meant. If I sang casually. Am I a singer? Only to my dogs. And I'm really good. Come and see. I don't believe I've seen that movie. What's it about? Yeah, I think the only moderator here is Linda. Linda, did you do anything? Oh, the Pee Pee Poo Poo Man? What was it? That was like a parody that I think College Humor did, Pee Pee Poo Poo Man. Oh, I get it. So maybe it wasn't the moderator that did anything. YouTube is stricter about what words it filters, and it's not always the moderator. It's crazy because I see certain people like censor out just regular words, and they're like I don't even want to say them, but they're just normal words, and you can't say them, or you get maybe that's why, maybe that's why nobody gets notifications. And I don't mean nobody, because some of you do, but a lot of people don't get my notifications when I put out a new video. And I'm always wondering, is it because the word, the undead monster word is in my name? Or is it just the word vegan? Is that being censored? Because I've heard that with shadow ban, which if it is, we need to lawsuit. They're censoring everything. Like YouTube was like, you could do anything. And now it's like you can do nothing. You broke your nose doing an MMA and then decided, what's your new career? Fight promoter? Vegan police, are you camera conspiracies? Vegetable police? It censored the word oven? And I just said it, so this whole thing's going to be censored? That's crazy. Nobody knows what to say. It's like, hi, subscribe, and then you're done. You just got here late. So just to recap, we talked about restaurants. We talked about my new video, which is going to go up tomorrow. And I think that's about it. Oven. What's all? Oh yeah, and we talked about Shane Dawson. I don't know. It's interesting to see where YouTube's going to end up. That's why, like that. So if YouTube ends up going away, I'm going to either, hey, if anything big becomes of my movie that I'm making, that's my first priority. If it doesn't, restaurant. Or movie, restaurant too. Someday. The World War II horror. What's the name of that one? Is it a horror movie? So, I did see a few movies the other night. What did I watch? I watched Coco. Watched Coco last night. That was pretty good. On Disney Plus. It's a kids movie, but I'm an adult, so I'm a kid too, apparently. And what was the horror? The Perfection. That was a horror movie. Stardressed Sky. Hi. How are you? Glad you could make it. I got to find some more movies to watch now. Yeah, Coco probably made everyone cry. And let's see, what last week I watched, was it last week or the week before? Onward. So those were my Disney movies I watched. Well, also under Disney, I watched, I was going to say something because I asked everybody. So I watched, and I've already seen both of these before, but I watched Endgame again. But that wasn't the one that I was looking for. I'm like, I like this one, but it's not the one I was looking for. I was looking for the one where Doctor Strange's cape was going everywhere and and that was Infinity War. And that was the only one that wasn't there. I was like, it's not here. But now it is. So I watched it. Infinity War. Again. Once Upon a Time. I don't think so. Maybe I caught an episode or two, but I don't think I don't recognize it, so. I'm always looking for some movies to watch. I get done doing my editing and all that, and there's nowhere to go because of quarantine. Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, Once Upon a Time. I think my mom watches that show, or at least did. So yeah, I know what you're talking about now. No, I didn't really watch that, but I have seen like a couple episodes. The Grimm series. Yeah, that's another one that I didn't get into. You know what I tried to watch, and I'm sorry I didn't like it, was the series Nosferatu, the license plate number, Nosferatu. I'm like, oh yeah, this is going to be good, and it was not good. You're not playing live without me. It's too boring. Yeah, once you get to that level, it's just like, what do you do? Because now there's like nobody to group up with, and it gets really hard to do anything. So we need my army of characters. Wait, what was that? I didn't see the news on that rabbit. The first 3 seasons of Game of Thrones are what? I see that and I'm like, Game of Thrones? What? Tell me, what? Wait, Game of Thrones. I'm going behind on these questions here. What's my game plan for the bear encounter tonight? To not see a bear. Let's see. Last night was garbage night, so I don't think there'll be any bears tonight. Yeah, I agree, Shelly. Game of Thrones is. I binged it, and then it got to like the later ones, and it was like, what did you do? My all-time favorite series has to be X-Files until Mulder and Scully left. You've never seen Game of Thrones. If you like that kind of medieval dungeon and dragony, which I do, kind of kings and queens and fighting over the throne and maybe a dragon, then watch Game of Thrones. I don't know who they are. Dr. Marge. I don't know who Marcus and Kara are. You couldn't finish Game of Thrones. I felt the same way, but then I had to because like I'm that kind of person. Like I feel like I have to finish something if I started it, and that's where I am with The Walking Dead. I'm like I can't like the new episodes suck so bad, and I would say the first 1, 2, maybe 3 seasons were really really good. The first 2 were amazing, and I would have Walking Dead parties. I had my friends come over and we like Walking Dead's on, but it's like. It's just painful to watch now. It's not good. Sunday night is garbage day. Yeah, Sunday night is you put your garbage out for Monday morning. The X-Files episode Squeeze, was that the guy that could contort himself into like the vents and stuff? That was one of the first episodes, wasn't it? I loved Lost, yeah. I didn't like the explanation for the end, but just, yeah, I loved Lost from the very first one. And I'll tell you, so I remember watching Lost a long time ago, and I had all the DVDs burned. And I was binge watching them. And I remember saying, like, okay, like, I'm going to watch one more episode because I have to get to sleep. Got to work in the morning. And then that episode ended, and I'm like, I got to watch another one. Like, I have to. Even though, like, this is it. Though I'm only watching one more episode because I definitely am not going to get any sleep. And then I watch another one. It's one of those things where, you know, it's like that's how good it was. Well, no, Rabbit. I don't believe Game of Thrones is supposed to have a history of. It's a fictional world. It's not Earth, so they're not on planet Earth. It's like a fictional world. Gilligan's Island. So glad I'm loved tonight or live. Live tonight? How are you doing, Julie? Yeah, a lot. Yeah, that's true. A lot of great series and disappointingly. Um, I'll tell you one that that a lot of people did not like the way it ended, but I actually did. And that was the very end of Sopranos. You were watching about the lizard people? I just saw, I don't know if it was on Hulu or Netflix. I forgot the name of it too. But they were talking about stuff on there. And they also talked about that incident that my dad was um, in the military back in '67 that I told you guys. I didn't see Sopranos when it actually came out. I saw it later. And then I watched Sons of Anarchy after that. And basically, it was like most of the same scenarios, only instead of with the mafia, with bikers. And I was like, they did that in Sopranos. I liked it. It was good, but it was like rehashing everything. I'm like, what else could they do that with? Ninjas? Yeah, I got to watch them all at once. I got to binge watch it. Oh, and Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad was good. You know what? Oh yeah, this is I made the shirt. I only made a couple of them, and then I didn't like it, so this is just. They're not for sale. They're just in my dresser. Breaking Bad was good. A lot of people didn't like the ending of Dexter, but I don't know. I'm not going to give it away, but I like certain parts of it. What else did I like? Can I take recipe requests? Maybe. What do you got? What do you got for me? My eyes are so pretty. Thank you. That '70s show. The rolling pin and knife. Yeah. I wanted to make it, I don't know. I kind of like it, but it could be better. There's just something about it I don't like. I think I didn't like the rolling pin and knife. I think it needed to be bigger or something. I don't know. I also did this in green, like green on black. Yeah, John Lithgow was a good serial killer on that show. Weapons of choice in the kitchen. You got to grab maybe a cast iron. A cast iron, your knife. Yeah, I think that they need to be bigger too. I didn't even ask. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, like I said, I don't like this design. Like I made it. It was hard to get anybody to like. You'd be surprised. I've like tried to like contract out for people to make designs and stuff, and it just I finally got that ET one, and I'm very happy with that one. But before that, I made them all myself. Well, I am part Italian, but I'm more Irish than Italian. Julie. Okay, you want me to do lasagna. All right, so maybe I'll do lasagna after my video that I put up tomorrow. Because I have a video coming out tomorrow, just so you guys know. I spent all day editing it. The majority of the day editing it, and it's just about done. The edit's done. I just have to finalize the thumbnail and then post it. And you guys can see it tomorrow. Buffalo soy curls. Now that sounds good. Maybe I'll go make some of those when we're done here. Have I done what DNA test? The DNA. I've never done a DNA test. I don't need my DNA being floating around the sky so somebody can connect me to a serial killer. Chocolate lasagna. I can't tell you what tomorrow's video is, but just I want to make it a surprise, you know? So just be on the lookout tomorrow. Video will be up. I'm always like juggling like what is the best time to post my video. And I've tried different times, and you know, if I do it too late, nobody sees it. So I got to definitely do it before a certain time. I usually try to do it by like 3. If I miss that one, then I got to do it around 6, because I can't do it around 5, because that's when everybody's working or getting out of work. Nobody sees it then. And the thing is, if a lot of people don't see it right at when I put it out, then the algorithm for YouTube's like, nobody likes this video, nobody wants to watch it, we're not going to let anybody know. But the more people that watch it, the more people it suggests. So even if you're subscribed to me, this is what I found at least. If you're subscribed to me and you're supposed to get my videos anyway, you still might not get them. And I've also found that if you didn't watch the previous video, then it might not recommend the next video. And if it's not doing well, then it just stops recommending my videos to people. But when it starts doing good, it's like, okay, we're going to give this bracket amount of people notifications. And it's still doing good. Okay, we're going to give a bunch more people notifications. So, vampire DNA. Yeah, exactly. I'm on the East Coast, so I'm on Eastern Standard Time. Or did you? I know, that's what I would think too. If I want notifications, I should get notifications, but that's not how YouTube works. I wouldn't tell you what. They're vampires pretending to be humans, pretending to be vampires. Like, how late? I mean, I have posted videos at 1 or 2 or 3 in the morning. I've done really late ones. I've done them all throughout different hours of the day. How often do I check my P.O. box? And can I get packages? I can get packages. And I check my P.O. box. It all depends. Sometimes once a week, sometimes a few times a week. But I have some orders that I have to go mail out, so I will be there tomorrow or Wednesday. You live where did they film Sons of Anarchy? Because I know that it's a made up town. What's the name of the town? I forget. It's called Friends or something, or like, what is it? It's like, and you would think, like, oh yeah, that's a town out in California. That's what they want you to think, but it's not. It's a made up town. A vampire with the beard of a werewolf. Faketon? No, what's the name of the town from... Charming. The name of the town is Charming. They're saying it's near Stockton. So like Nate Diaz. But it uses cities of North Hollywood. I don't even know how to say that. Tahunga, Santa Clarita. Oh, I used to stay in I almost moved to Santa Clarita. Wilmington. Cool. My parents are doing good. I think my mom hurt her wrist or something. The back of a werewolf. My werewolf chest hair. No, I'd rather be a vampire. Charming. Not charming, but charming. And Peg Bundy is in it. Oh wow, we're almost at an hour, guys. You know what that means. My mom did not have COVID. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know if my dad had a false positive, but he just showed me it the other day. He has a letter that said he did test positive for COVID. He never had any symptoms. He never got sick. Nothing. So, I don't know. I know no other person that has it or had it other than my dad, who never had anything. I thought you said you're not playing EQ tonight. I'm going to have to leave because my water is almost gone. I used to love Teen Wolf. We only have 10 seconds left, and then that's 1 hour. That's all I paid for the internet. One more hour. I mean, 3 seconds. All right, guys. you're a vampire and have a pet werewolf. Now that would be a powerful duo. If your werewolf listens to you. Or if it's like Indy, he kind of listens to you, but maybe not always. Maybe you're like, get over here. Get over. You're making me look bad. Get over here. Get over here. Get over here now. No, don't get over it. So that would be, you know, me and Indy the vampire. Put another quarter in the internet meter. Vampires don't drink water. Well, you don't really know that that's water, but... Now that's a song I have not heard in a long, long time. All right, guys. Well, I don't know what else. I'll probably make some food and maybe watch some movie. Relax for a little bit. Be like water. Be like water, my friend. A watch party. I can't. I tried doing that with the Office midnight. What is it? What was it called? Midnight. I forgot what it was called. The Office movie that they made, and it got interrupted by YouTube saying I was violating their guidelines. So unfortunately, we can't do that. I don't have any plans on the 4th of July. I don't even know what's going on. Maybe I'll go to my parents' house or something, but I don't have any plans. Threat level midnight. There you go. I did have Shudder, but then I got rid of it. It just wasn't that good. I got it to see the new Creep Show. Craig Nicotero's Creep Show. And I watched all of them, and then I started looking. I'm like, there's really nothing else good here. Like, you would think they'd have some, like, good, decent movies, but, I mean, that's my opinion, but I didn't see anything, so I finally got rid of it. Florida. You know, I used to live in Florida. I wish I could go back down to Florida sometime. It's been a long time since I've been there. Well, technically, I left on a cruise, a vegan cruise from Florida. I don't know, 5 years ago, maybe 3, 4, 5. I don't remember. But before that, it's been a long time. Where did I live? Well, first, I lived in Sarasota for a couple years. That was a long time ago. And then I moved back home, and then I moved back down there to go to school. And after I lived in Sarasota, I lived in St. Pete for a little bit. But then I lived in Gainesville for a year. I went to school in Gainesville. Oh, they only have movies that AMC has the rights to. Okay. You're right on the beach. Where? Siesta Key? Vero Beach? Those were the beaches around where I lived. Oh, is it somebody's birthday? Happy birthday. Whose birthday is it? I don't know. I see somebody else saying it. Oh, you're in Daytona? Okay. I never lived there, but I was in Daytona. But that was a long time ago. I got really bad sunburn. I'm a vampire. I shouldn't be out there in the sun. Are bars and restaurants open where I live? Honestly, I don't know. I know restaurants, as far as getting like curbside pickup or, you know, just going in and grabbing it and leaving, I know they're open for that. But as far as I know, I don't think anything's open to go like sit down. Oh, it's Linda's birthday right now? Or tomorrow? Oh, today. Happy birthday, moderator. Everybody, happy birthday to Linda. She's been our moderator for quite a long time. Linda, do you feel old? You're feeling old today. So is it your birthday now or was it yesterday? Monday or Tuesday? Oklahoma City. Well, happy birthday to Linda and congrats on 2 years vegan too. Oh, I think Indy says happy birthday too. I don't know if Zeke did, but Indy did. That's almost my half birthday. You know, every time it's my birthday and everybody says, how do you feel? Do you feel older? And I don't. Going vegan was the best decision I've ever made. Same here. I think it is for a lot of people too. Immortal. I wish. You're done having birthdays. You didn't feel your age till 30. You didn't feel old until 2012. I hope to never feel old, but I think another 60 or 70 years, I might feel a little old. I was actually talking about like age and staying young and the technology that they're doing and everything with Happiest Vegan on Earth earlier. We were talking about that. And it's funny because when I was in college, this is a long time ago. This is like back in the 90s. I was in my biology class and we were learning about genetics and we learned about the telomeres and stuff. And I had an idea. I'm like, well, I asked the teacher, I'm like, well, wait a minute. So every time a telomere replicates, it makes new cells for your body. It replicates. It gets shorter until it gets so short that it no longer replicates. And then we die. We can't replicate. Old age, we die. What if we could figure out how to make that telomere not shorten, replicate, and stay, the strands stay as long as they are and they don't shorten? Could you theoretically live longer? She's like, that's a good question. That's yes, theoretically, yes. And now they're actually talking about that. They're actually doing genetic DNA science out there with their science beakers and whatever they do, and they're trying to do that. So I was talking about this and I was like, I just hope that I wasn't born too long ago to be able to have, this technology, or if it works or whatever, work for me. Like, I want to live forever, guys. Some people don't. But, and there's even a song about it, Queen. Who wants to live forever? That was my Queen impression. That was, that's trying to compete with Freddie Mercury is just, you can't. We all are. Our cells all replicate. Every cell except for your neurons. Antioxidants help slow. I also heard that fasting for most of the day and only eating once per day also helps with that. And the reason why is every time you eat, it causes... That's what I forgot. But there is something about it. And I remember talking about this with No Egg Craig, and we were on our way to Aldi. See, I've got a visual memory. I know exactly where I was when I was talking about it. You want to ride your bicycle? I would love to ride mine too, but my tires are flat. I sound just like Freddy Krueger, maybe. Oh, it's 11:11:11. Oh, now it's 1:11:14. Huh. Well, Mark Martell. No, I haven't. That's a cool name though. It kind of has a ring to it. They were talking about that. Yeah, so it's like, yeah, so it's a thing. They're really, it's, yeah, my theory back. See, I should have, they probably were already thinking about it, but I did, like, independently come up with that idea on my own a very long time ago. So now to see them actually doing it is pretty impressive. It's pretty cool. Could I sing some Lady Gaga? No, I can't. I thought about it for a second, but then I was like, paparazzi. No, I can't sing in front of anybody. I can't sing in front of people. Only in front of my dogs. Yeah, I've definitely, rabbit white. I've definitely felt like I looked, maybe not old, but not like, if I had no sleep and then, you know, just like my eyes are baggy and stuff, like, yeah, it's because I got no sleep. And then the anti-vegans come out and say, oh yeah, because, you know, look how bad this guy looks because, you know, he's a vegan and, you know, that's why he looks like that. No, it's just because I didn't get any sleep. But thanks for caring about me. Farrak Balsara. I'll just Google him. Is that the dude that impersonated Freddie Mercury and sings really good like him? Or is that the guy that played him? Or that is him? That's his real name, right? What are you doing to my arm? No. I'm not done yet. No, you got to go sit. He's not going to leave me alone now because I looked at him. I pointed at him. Ooh, watermelon sounds good. I want watermelon. I have one in my refrigerator. I got sun and got a sunburn. You know what? My face is normally red. There's pictures of me way before I was vegan. When I was just a little kid, my face has always been red. I'm sorry. My face is red. Mark Martell is the guy who sounds like him. So if he did some videos singing like him, then yes, I did see that video a few years ago. I'll just Google him just so I can see. Yes, I did see him. You're beautiful it's true. I have a joke. You could say you're beautiful, and then you got like how many other songs can you could do that one right there, or you could be like you're beautiful, that's for sure. Don't ever, you could do that one, or you could say, oh, what was the other one? You're beautiful in every single way. There's 3 right there. So every time, but usually I go with the James Blunt. Interview with the Vampire Tonight. I could speak that whole movie. Well, maybe at one point. 1791 was the year it happened. Times were different then. I was a man. Something I missed a couple words there. Yeah, sorry, but start singing. You know what? I'm going to learn to play the piano, and I'm going to sing a really nice song. And if I can't sing, I'll just play the piano. I have a keyboard, so I've been trying to learn keyboard. I just want to be like, hey guys, look what I learned, and then just... Interview with the Vampire is a great movie. But surely you know the answer? Why? Oh, Louis. Still whining as he's like fixing his cuff. And Sympathy for the Devil comes on. Sing more in my videos. You can do E.T. on the piano? Oh, wow, that's awesome. I'm going to have to learn E.T. on the piano. I bought the keyboard, so this is funny because it's not playing like some simple song. I wanted to be able to play my favorite piano song, and that is Earth Prelude by Ludovico Einaudi. I'm going to learn it. I can do the beginning of it. Just not as good as, obviously not as good as him. But look up that song and play that song. That's a real, I play it right now, but then copyright. The YouTube police come at me and they're like, oh, get out of here. Dances with Wolves is Dances with Wolves is a really long movie too. I could also do that with Lost Boys. Hey boys, I told you to get off the boardwalk. All right, boys, let's go. Is he dead? Mom, if he's dead, can we go back? Playing dead, and for what I can tell, doing a damn good job of it too. Happy Healthy Ryan does impressions. I probably could do a couple impressions. Is there anybody here from Syracuse? Still? Hey, Syracuse. Was that D.A. Romano? Hey, Syracuse. He says that. I hope he's not watching. He would not watch this, but if he did, that's his impression. Last of Mohegans, yeah. I usually watch like the last 10 minutes of Last of Mohegans like at least once a year because it's such a great movie, but the ending is just so intense. In fact, I imitated that. I reenacted that scene. I was at a state park that looked a lot like Last of Mohegans, so I let my hair down. This is when my hair was even longer than it is now, and I grabbed a stick and I just started running through the terrain, and I put that music in there, Promontory, and I love that movie. Was I ever in Santa Cruz? I don't know. Yeah, I know that they tried to use Santa Cruz. They filmed it in Santa Cruz, but they tried to use Santa Cruz, and they're like, no, we don't want you to like you know, we don't want bad things to be said about our town. So they changed it to Santa Carla. And I think a lot of people, including myself at the time, thought it was like a real place. Except for the people that actually live out there know that that's not a real place. The murder capital of the world is Santa Carla. Say hello to the night. Running through the terrain, the trails. Running through a train. Ah! Everybody wake up! Imagine that. I know a lot of skateboarders came from Santa Cruz originally, back in the day. Dogtown. They're only noodles, Michael. Yeah, that was a gross part. Oh no, holy water don't work, boys. Try garlic don't work, boys. Try holy water, death breath. I don't like horror comments. You like these ones. They might save your life. The Frog Brothers. Well, guys, I don't know what else to say. We could quote movies all night, but... Lynn, did you do anything fun for your birthday? Did you at least have a nice vegan dinner? I'd love to tell you guys what I made for my newest video, but it's a surprise. Can't do that. So... Sun Chaser. Did I see that? I don't know if I did. You know, it's weird because I do have a really good memory, but there was a point when I was watching a ton of movies. It was when I lived in New York City, and I was like the definition of agoraphobic. I would not leave the house unless I absolutely had to. So I watched, literally, not even joking, like 3 movies a day when I wasn't like doing my schoolwork and stuff like that. I watched a lot of French films because I was trying to learn French, and I really liked them. So, but I also watched like a ton of other movies, and there's a lot of movies in that time just because I watched so many movies a week that there's movies that I've seen that I totally forgot that I've seen, or I don't know them by name or something like that. People are like, "Hey, have you seen this movie?" And I'm like, "No, I don't think so." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I did see this movie." So. The Gerard Butler vampire movie. I do think I see that. Was that like a Dracula one? It obviously wasn't good if I don't remember it that much, but I do remember seeing him as a vampire. Or him in the vampire movie. Did I actually learn French? I did. Okay, so this is funny because I was going to school. So you could do French or Spanish when I was in high school. Actually, middle school you had to do 6th grade was Spanish, 7th grade was French, which I did. And then high school you got to choose, and I took Spanish. So I did Spanish, and then I went to college, and when I was in New York City, I had to take a foreign language, so I'm like, I'll do Spanish. So I did Spanish, and while I was learning Spanish or trying to learn Spanish for my college degree, I was teaching myself French on my own. And I learned more French than I learned Spanish. And I could read French. I could understand it. I couldn't really formulate correct sentences and stuff, and it was hard for me to speak it, but I could understand it and I could read it, and I was watching movies and I could understand that. So I would say I'm not really good at any foreign languages, but the best language I can speak would be French. So yeah, but I haven't had anybody to talk to since I left New York City. That would be fun. Around the world series for different recipes. Let's see. I already think I have a lot of different ones. Let's see. I've got Thai, Korean, German, Italian. Probably some other one. Yeah, I'd have to think, but yeah, I've got a lot of different ones. Greek. Hi Vigo, welcome to the chat. Do a video in French. That would not. I haven't spoken French in forever. It wouldn't go very well. Let's see. J'ai soif. I don't even know if I said that right. Is it I am thirsty? I am full of thirst. Je faim. I'm hungry. So we're going to make some food. I won't be able to speak it. I won't be able to say anything. Je mange la maison. Let's see. I ate my house. You ate my house? Did you eat my house? Is that what you just said? French cooking with Chris. That would be funny. And I'll just start saying whatever I know. And if I don't know how to say something, I'll say something else in French. Le Petit Diable. Le Petit Diable. I was reading a little kid's book in French. It was called The Little Devil. They are, but believe me, I fed them, let them out directly before this. They're fine. They're being a pain right now. Like they don't have to go out. They shouldn't be hungry. They just ate. El Diablo Pequeño. Spanish. I do know a bunch of Spanish too. And you know what? When I went to New York City with Big Josh, there was a guy at the parking garage who spoke zero English, and he had like a little translator on his phone, and he gave it to Josh to type in what he wanted to say, and then he'd look at it. So then Josh was just trying to be like I'm looking for I forgot what he was saying, but anyways, I tried to translate, and I started like, well, I know a few words in Spanish, and I was able to say certain things to him, and his eyes like lit up, and he's like, oh, and he started talking to me, and it was fun, you know. I could barely speak Spanish, but I was able to kind of talk to him a little bit better than doing. I'm like, no, let's not use the translator. I'm gonna try to remember things. Let's do this. What's a good curse word in French? I don't even know if they're real or not. What, foutoir or something? That's what we used to say when we were little, so I don't even know if that's real, though. You can say that, right? I can say that it's not English. So most of the people won't know I don't even know what I'm saying. Oh yeah, mirrored. Napoleon says mirrored when Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. He's like le glace, and then when he goes bowling and he gets a gutter, he's like mirrored. I learned that from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and ice cream. Ziggy Piggy, he ate the pig. It wasn't a real pig. The translator apps, yeah, Brian. Mirrored. Wow. You guys got me to stream for another half an hour, didn't you? Pogues Mahoney, the Pogues original name, and the album title means Kiss My Arse in Irish, and it's Pogue Motion. They're doing another Bill and Ted? They're doing an old Bill and Ted. When I hear Mahoney, I think of Timmy Mahoney from Flatliners. How do you say oven in French? Is that, I don't know. Singing in the John voice. Chatting with the vegan. I don't think he likes it when I tell him, like, come on, sing it, do the vegan zombie thing. He's like, all right. You know, here's a true story too. When I was in French class in 7th grade, I was taking a test, and I didn't pay attention. I didn't know any of the answers. So I did my test and I wrote it out in Spanish. I took my French test in Spanish because I knew my French teacher also spoke Spanish. So I'm thinking, well, maybe she'll give me some kind of credit since I'm doing it in Spanish. I'm not doing it in English. Yeah, I'm not like, if they did another Bill and Ted, I don't know if I'd be interested in seeing that. Some movies I don't think should be remade. I don't think they should remake Goonies. I don't think they should remake The Neverending Story. Can I sing in a foreign language? I mean, I know some foreign language songs, but they're probably not like the best songs to sing. I didn't know what they were saying. I just thought it sounded good, but I guess what they're really saying is something like that I probably shouldn't say. I don't really know any French singers except for Serge Gainsbourg and is it Charlotte? But I know that song. Inceste de limon. Je plus que tu. I'm trying to remember the words. Charlotte Gainsbourg. They're singing lemon incest. That's what they're singing in the song. And it's such like a sweet sounding song. I didn't know what they were saying. Yeah, they should not do the Neverending Story. I watched the thing about the Neverending Story today. So I'm happy to say, like, okay, so I guess it was an urban legend. So the Neverending Story, this is what some facts behind it were, that the scene that traumatized everyone, but still one of my favorite scenes, but when Artax, you know, goes in the swamp of no hope and dies. When they were filming that, they said that the horse that played Artax actually got stuck under there and died. And that Atreo, the kid that played Atreo, got really hurt. Well, he actually did get really hurt, but it wasn't that scene. He actually hurt his back. He broke his back. But I'm happy to say that I just watched something today that said that was an urban legend, and the horse did not die. The horse actually, they wanted to give the horse to Atreo, the kid that played Atreo. But he didn't live over there. He lived over here in the United States. So he gave it to his stunt double, and that's where it lived the remaining 20 years with the stunt double over, I think, I could be wrong, but it might be Germany. So he's now a tattoo artist, I guess. And a lot of people go to him to get Neverending Story tattoos and get therapy from him because of that scene. And like I think he's told a lot of people, like, no, that, you know, that the horse did not die, because that's what everybody was told for the longest time, was like there was like an elevator kind of contraption, and when it went down, his leg got Atreo's leg got stuck down there, which that's what they said, and he like passed out. They had to get him out of there and save him, but in the process of doing that, the horse died. But that's not true. The horse did not die. He was perfect, and I guess that when they tried to cast him, they were looking through 50, I think, this sounds crazy, but like 15,000 people they tried to cast, and he got the part. But then the guy that was going to direct it no longer directed it anymore, and it went to somebody else, and they recast it, but he still got it. So he was like, he was just lucky that, you know, like he beat everyone out, and then he continued to, like, we're gonna keep him. But then he broke his back right before they were even shooting, and he was out for a month, but he healed pretty quickly. And I don't know, just weird facts from movies that I love. But yeah, he was perfect for that role. And Henry Thomas was perfect for Elliot. So do you know how he got them? So Elliot from E.T. So Henry Thomas. So they cast a ton of people for that. You can actually see it because there's a video of it. But Spielberg was casting so many people, and he just wasn't setting anybody. And they're like, well, there's this kid that I forgot if he was in a commercial or something, but he's like from Houston, you know, we'll have him come in here. And he's like, okay, yeah, well, it was Henry Thomas. So he comes in there. He couldn't tell him what the movie was about. All he could tell him was like, and I'm paraphrasing because you'd have to watch it, but there's an actual video of this where you can watch Henry Thomas get the part for Elliot. And so they say to him, okay, so there's an alien, and this alien is your best friend. Like it's like your dog. This is your best friend, and there's some bad guys, and they want to take him away from you. So that was what they told him, and then he had to go on that. And basically they were like, well, you know, Elliot, he has to come with us. And he's like, I don't want him to come with you. Well, but he has to, but I don't want him. He's mine. And he started crying. And he's like, you can't have him, you know, like, and he had this amazing performance, and they're like, kid, you got the part. And that was pretty awesome, because that's my favorite movie. You know what? And to piggyback on that, Mantis says the 80s were epic. It's like, yes, they were. And there's like the way movies were made back then, in a way, like, I don't know. It's just, I can't really explain it, but you can't make movies like that today. And I don't think that people can make movies like that today and have that movie be successful. Like, for what they were in the time that they were in, like, it's a very certain style, and it's nostalgia for a lot of people. But those movies, you can't do it like that anymore. Movies are made differently now. It's just, I think the closest to kind of having the same kind of atmosphere of the 80s, like the Duffer Brothers did it with Stranger Things. At least for, you know, a few of those episodes there. I'm like, wow, this is really, Yeah, this is like a lot like E.T. and but I think that they had a lot to do. I don't know if they were the ones that directed it or if they had something to do with it, but like Super 8, which is another movie that I thought like they captured there's a kitchen, dining room, breakfast family scene in there that captures it almost completely authentically like E.T., like the scene from E.T. And like I'm like, wow, that's amazing. I think that they had help of Steven Spielberg for that certain part though. So that makes sense of how that was done like that. As a young adult in the 80s, I'm not fondly remember. Well, I can understand that if you were older at that point. I guess when you're a kid, everything's magical to you. And for me, it was. For me, growing up in the 80s, it was. But I can understand where you're coming from. Like, I guess, kids that are born nowadays, something different would be magical for them. So, I understand that. Yeah, same here. I like watching movies that are modern, that are done in the 80s. Um, oh, there's a horror movie that I forget what it's called. But I legit thought I was watching like a movie from like the 70s or 80s, but it wasn't. It was from, I don't know, 10 years ago or so. I think maybe even Dee Wallace was in it. Don't forget the 90s. A lot of great movies. Yeah, I guess there were some good movies that were in the 90s. Interview with the Vampire. And yeah, and I was still growing up in the 90s. I was just in my teens. But they weren't as magical as the 80s for me. Things really are magical when you're a little kid. King says, have I ever thought about moving to Hollywood and get into the film business? That is so weird that you said that, because I was just thinking about that whole concept today. Yes, I have. I was actually planning on moving out there a few years ago. I had all. That's a story in itself. Yeah. I was supposed to move out there about 3 or 4 years ago, and things didn't work out. So now I live here, and when there's no pandemic, I usually go out there 2 or 3 times a year for a few weeks to a month at a time, and so. But yeah, I have thought about that many times. I just thought about it today. It's weird that you said that. Mustache Facts with Wahida. Limp Bizkit. That's funny you said that. Mantis. Okay, so Limp Bizkit. They were playing here in Syracuse the very night in 1994, the night that Interview with a Vampire was playing. And I went to see Interview with a Vampire while other of my friends went to see Limp Bizkit play. I saw Interview with a Vampire for the first time that night. So that's funny you said that too. Mustaches keep your upper lip warm in the winter. It is true that in some very cold winters up here, my whole beard was frozen ice, solid ice. Streets of Fire, directed by Waterhill, excellent movie, super underrated, and even now that's weird because like there's a skate video I used to watch called Streets of Fire with Nodis in it, and it was one of our favorites a long time ago, and it's a rare one too, but it's not the movie you're talking about, I don't think. You know that um, the 80s music, the song that's in the Neverending Story. The Neverending Story. Do you know who sings that? I didn't know for the longest time, but it's the guy that sang. I forget his name though, but he sings too shy to shy, hush hush, eye to eye. Another 80s. 1994. 1994 was the year it happened. I was 18, younger than you are now. I had the chance to watch Limp Bizkit, but went to see Louis and Lestat argue over ridiculous things. I caught the scent on Britannia Street. I walked. A shaved face is more susceptible to dangerous bacteria. I will shave my face at some point. Does he? Yes, he does. He does. That's his little friend. That's actually Indy's friend. Indy will get mad if he sees it. Actually, Indy's looking at him right now. Kasha goo goo. Your brother was born in 1994. Okay. So your brother was born when Interview with the Vampire came out. Clean shaven razor companies. Diane Lane, Willem Dafoe, Rick Moranis. This is what? That Streets of Fire? Interview with the Vampire. And I keep saying I wish they would turn the Vampire Lestat into a movie. Walter Hill is a great director. Walter Hill. Oh, Vegan Games was streaming right now? I was thinking about playing Last of Us, but that would entail me getting a PlayStation. Isn't it on PlayStation? I don't have any gaming consoles. Oh man, it looks cool. I like I like zombie apocalypses and stuff. There's no real time setting. I kind of like movies like that. A lot of Twilight Zone episodes are like that. You can't really tell what the time is, what time frame this is being shot in. Oh my god, we're almost at 2 hours. All right, so then I won't. I was gonna try to do this and then maybe go over to the to the Twitch, but I don't think anymore that's gonna happen. 3 more hours. You guys really want me to go live like this? Do you guys like when I go live for a few hours at a time or more days in a week? Yeah, I have Twitch. I'm the vegan zombie, but there's no E at the end of my name. It's just I at the end because someone took it. I feel like that's my default answer when I have to say my Twitch name. I shouldn't have to. I should be able to get my name, but yeah, I read a few of her books, and The Vampire Lestat is my favorite. I love how Lestat is turned into a vampire. That to me, that is it's fascinating. It's not like a normal vampire. You met Anne Rice. I'm jealous. I wanted to meet her. I way before the days of the internet and stuff. I was in New Orleans, and I mean, today you could probably like Google like where she lives or whatever. But I just wanted to like drive by her mansion and just look at it. And I was in New Orleans, and I was like, oh man, I wish I could meet Anne Rice. But it's not that simple. You can't just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go meet her. But that'd be cool if she was like at a book signing or something. And I follow her now on. Well, she was on Facebook. I haven't seen her in a long time though. Maybe I just don't get notifications. You met her at a book signing. That's cool. She knows an awful lot about vampires, like a lot. So I'm wondering, maybe she's a vampire. Or maybe she knows one. That's how she could write all this. I mean, hundreds of years of time that she's writing about. I love that kind of stuff. If you come to New York, you can be like, I want to meet Vegan Zombie. New York is a big place. People hear that I'm from New York and they're like, oh, how is it living in the city? I'm like, well, I don't live in New York. I mean, I used to, but I don't live there anymore. Yeah. Well, I mean, I have been doing them sporadic through the week. At least like 2 since I got my camera back. But that's a little different from, the everyday that I was doing. Yeah. Yeah, I've thought a lot about vampires and being real and stuff like that. A new follower on Twitter. I use Twitter every once in a while, but thank you. King Carb. I'll go check my Twitter out. You happened upon this by accident. Did you so this is your first live stream? Did you ever watch my other channels? Or was that accident too? The PS4 is pretty cheap and they have a lot. So the PS4 is what you play The Last of Us with? PS4? I'm wondering if I should do that. I mean, I normally stream EverQuest. P99 and live. Are the Men in Black real? The real Men in Black or Will Smith? I don't have a set time. It's usually later. I don't have enough people that really watch me to like. I just kind of do it for fun. So I don't have a set time or anything like that. Oh, you've watched the show for years. Well, thank you. Star-Dressed Sky. I'm definitely a night owl. Everybody knows that. Will Smith is real or reptilian? Are there any reptilians watching my live stream right now? Am I ever going to stream on Wednesdays? Yeah, I always used to stream on Wednesdays. It's I don't know. I'll probably stream this Wednesday. I used to do those with John, and then obviously we can't really do that right now. You get a lot of views once they post, so an hour or so more often per week would be good. Would be for what? Live stream? You found an old comment from 9 years ago. Oh, that's cool. It's always fun to go back and look at some of the old videos and some of the comments there and stuff like that. I mean, we've been doing this for 11 years now. No, Vigo, I've always been a night owl. I'm a creature of the night. Yeah, I normally do my work at night. I would say since the pandemic, I've probably taken that to an extreme where I don't go to sleep until it's like well into the day. Light out the next morning. There's a nice moon out right now. So we're almost at 2 hours, and I am going to go 2 hours. I'm going to go find something to watch maybe on one of the streaming services and grab some food. I think... Guys, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but thank you for watching, and we will... No, that was an accident. That was... my battery died. So I'm just going to, instead of putting the new battery in, I'm just going to say goodnight now because we're at 2 hours, and I had fun tonight, but make sure you subscribe if you're not already so you don't miss these streams, and I will see you all probably Wednesday. I'll do another live stream. Tomorrow I will have a video on the main channel, so be on the lookout for that. Have a good night.